a great interaction is not like a drag race. It's more like the Indy 5. It's more like Formula One. Where you have all kinds of twists and turns. That's what a good interaction was with. It's gonna go in different directions. You're gonna have to learn to flow with it. You got to read what's going on. You got to pay attention to the moment. You got to feel the emotions of the moment. So don't think of this as I got to go in there and do cartwheels. And finally, to help a guy's vibe, you should realize this. Chances are one of the biggest, if not the biggest thing holding back a guy's vibe is lacking a sense of strong self-esteem. And the thing is, that may sound really basic, but it's huge. A lot of people think they have self-esteem, but they don't realize what it actually is. And what that is if a guy is feeling really needy for a girl, even if he hasn't had a girl in forever, a guy's got to realize that reality is a girl will make you feel good in the beginning if you haven't had her before. But after a while, we'll start to realize it's not such a big deal. It's just a part of life. And most importantly, it's not the part of life that should be your basis for your self-esteem. And it's not necessary for your self-esteem. I would say it's a good part of a basic balanced life, but it's not any more necessary for your self-esteem than anything else is. We just think it is, which is why so many guys get depressed about it. So a guy's got to learn to start conditioning his mind and his behaviors and his beliefs to allow himself to feel good without a woman. When you can feel good about yourself without having a woman's approval and without having a woman do anything for you, you're going to walk into an interaction with a woman way more ahead of the game than most other guys starting out. So how do you do this? Well, for one thing, the thoughts that are going into your mind, that are being fed into your mind by the media and by the music that you're listening to, will affect your emotions and your sense of self-esteem. If you listen to music about guys crying over some girl, the first thing a guy will do is picture himself in that role, but for all he knows, the guy who wrote the song, maybe he was a jerk and he got the girl and then the girl left because he was a jerk. It has nothing to do with the guy being some great guy and he lost the girl. Now the appropriate thing that he really should do is cry for her. I remember growing up in the 80s and early 90s, hearing so many pathetic songs where the guy is all sad over some girl, and you start to think this is actually the right kind of behavior to have. Meanwhile, the right kind of behavior to have is okay, fine. It doesn't have to be thrilled about it after a breakup happens or a girl rejects you or whatever, but move on. 2 days from now, you can meet a new girl and have a great life with girls, and then you realize that was what I was basing all my self-esteem on, this thing that's really not a big deal to begin with. So learn to be able to walk into a conversation, walk into an interaction, and realize that this is not going to make or break your self-esteem. It may enhance it, but it's not going to make it. And this can be done. It's not some kind of theoretical, impossible thing. When you start taking responsibility for your own emotions, no one is perfect at this, but there's a huge, huge distance between nothing and perfection, and most guys stay at nothing. So learning to take responsibility for their emotions is a huge, huge thing. If a guy's starting to feel down about something, go for a run. Go call a good friend. Go watch something funny. Take responsibility for your emotional states, because it's a really big thing that improves your vibe when you go into your interaction with a woman. A woman can sense that you're pretty content with yourself. You're a pretty happy guy. I don't mean happy like you're on marijuana or something. You're just satisfied, content, comfortable in your own skin. It's a very attractive thing. In fact, it's very impressive because, to be honest, most women don't have that.
Hear, hear. Michael, we got about 3 minutes to go. This is a time to do any commercial plugs you want. Just give me your website and whatever products we can find there. Got 3 minutes.
Thank you. So this is the real thing. I take guys out, clubs, bars, bookstores, coffee shops, for real. Take them out, teach them how it's done, how the pickup is done. They're looking for types of girls that are sophisticated. They're looking for party girls, whatever that is. I can show you the guys where to find those type of girls, how to meet them, and what to do. And it's a boot camp, takes place over 3 days. Every single thing about the game will be taught to the guys in a way that is even ethically upright, no manipulation required. And I also have a CD set, highly comprehensive set of CDs that'll take guys everything, teach them everything from inner game to the best kind of things to do in certain situations, to the best fashion tips, to how to open up a girl in any situation. And if guys are just trying to get out and get started, I have an ebook available on my site that'll teach them the foundation. And the name of the website is www.TheDatingWizard.com. And it's important to look up the Dating Wizard because it's TheDatingWizard.com.
So when you say you're talking THEDatingWizard.com?
That's right.
All right, so all of you listening, be sure to go visit www.TheDatingWizard.com. Michael, it's been absolutely great having you on the show. There's so many more questions I would have wanted to ask you. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but we do invite you back on a future show.
Well, thank you very much. I look forward to that.
All right, take care, Michael.
You too.
All right, you're listening to Frank Talks Pleasures and Lifestyles. I've been frank with you. You've been frank with me. Good night, everybody.
Frank Talks is sponsored in part by Everything Out of Her Mouth is a Test, a man's guide to the emotional needs of women. Ladies, do you want the man in your life to understand you on your level? Do you want your man to be able to listen to and address all of your emotional needs? Show him how much you really want your relationship to be the best it can be. Everything Out of Her Mouth is a Test makes a perfect gift. The book, written by a man, for men, is endorsed by every woman that reads it. This book is a guide for men to understand exactly what a woman means when she speaks. Is that worth changing your life forever? Buy this book at franktalks.com now.